Did you ever have the feeling that something's very wrong, this intuition not to go somewhere? Well, when Amanda was faced with that very feeling, she decided to ignore the signs and go anyway. And to say that it was a bad decision would be an understatement.
I think the turning point of my story is really what you're mentioning now. Is there was this one night I was hanging out with one of my friends, and we were leaving this party session at a studio, and it was already 5 in the morning. And I had told her, let's go home. And she's like, wait, but I want to chill with these guys. Let's chill with these guys. And as she was on the phone with them, we were getting gas. And I just had this bad feeling in my gut. Like I wanted to like throw up. And I remember I could hear God saying, don't go. And I told her, I looked at her, I'm like, it's already 5 in the morning. We're already drunk. We got to go to work tomorrow. Let's just go home. And she was like, no, come on. Like, at least drop me off. So I was like, fine, I'm not going to stay, but I'll drop you off. And as we were driving and I was getting closer, that feeling kept getting stronger. And I just remember just feeling like, don't go. And I could feel like if God put a stamp and he was like, don't go, but I still went. And I remember turning into the alley, and she was putting my car in park. I didn't turn it off, but I put it in park. And I remember she was on the passenger side. She was getting her purse. She had already opened her door. She was drunk, so we were slow. And she was getting the rest of her bottles. She was getting her things together, her phone. And out of nowhere, a girl runs to her side of the car and starts swinging on her. And next thing you know, another girl runs on my side of the car and she starts swinging on me through the window. So I start fighting back. The guy that had set up the whole thing ended up opening my car door and dragged us out. So we were fighting. He ended up taking my keys out of the ignition and threw them. And while we were fighting, I remember just like looking to my side because I was already ended up on the passenger side. And I looked to my side, and my friend was under the car by my car tire, and the girl was on top of her. And there was a guy there holding a big shotgun. And when I seen that, I'm still fighting, I'm still blocking. But in my head, I started talking to God. And I was like, oh no, God, I can't die like this. If I die like this, if I die right now, I'm going to die backslidden and I'm never going to see you, God. I can't die like this. And I remember getting backed up to the garage door, and I'm still fighting. And I was like, God, if I die like this, I'm not going to be able to say bye to my mom. I'm not going to be able to be in eternity with you, God. Like, I don't want to die how I'm living right now. Like, I can't die right now. And as I was saying that to God while I'm still fighting her, I felt something cold pressed up against my stomach. And when I looked down, it was the guy that was hitting the other girl with the shotgun. He was already at me, and he was standing there with the shotgun pressed up against me, and I was backed up into the garage. And I said one last prayer. And I said, God, if you take me out of this situation, I promise, God, I promise I'm going to come back to you. And right at that moment, it literally fell, and you could literally see a force field coming between me and the people with the gun and the girl that was hitting me. And in that moment, the guy that had orchestrated the whole meetup was like, stop. And when he said stop, everyone dispersed. Now, you have to understand how powerful that is, because if you ever been in a fight, if you ever been in a scenario where someone's fighting, you have to pull them apart for them to stop. You have to be yelling and be like, hey. But this man spoke with the kind of authority that is God given. And he was like, stop. And when he said stop, everyone dispersed. You seen the girls get up. You seen the guy with the shotgun go back. And she was in my car before I was even able to get in my car. The audacity. But we're cool now. But I remember going to my car and trying to drive off, but my keys weren't there. And I was like, oh my God, Lord, my keys aren't here. Like, where are they? And then I looked to the side and they were like illuminated right by the garbage can. So I got out of the car really quick. Thank God he didn't shoot. But he was threatening. He was like, you guys got 2 minutes. If you're not out of here in 2 minutes, I'm going to blow your heads off. Like, y'all need to go now. And I got back in the car, I took off, and we just drove off into the night.
Thank you for watching this clip of the Almost False podcast. If you want to watch the full interview, click on the video right here. And if you want to watch another short story, I recommend this one. It's pretty good. Stay blessed.